What if I told you that the most important word in human history wasn't fire or wheel, but no? Thousands of years ago, one person may have refused to follow the tribe. Nobody knows their name, but that single decision could have changed the future of humanity forever. This is that story. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never think about disagreement the same way again. For most of human history, survival meant one thing: stick together, do what everyone else does. If the tribe moved, you moved. If the tribe ate a certain berry, you ate it too. If the tribe said the storm meant the gods were angry, you believed it. Disagreement wasn't just awkward, it was dangerous. Early humans lived in small bands of maybe 20 to 50 people. There was no wandering off on your own. No tribe meant no protection, no food sharing, no survival. Saying no to the group could mean exile, and exile back then usually meant death. So for tens of thousands of years, humans mostly agreed. Not because they always believed the same thing, but because disagreeing was too costly. But somewhere, at some point, someone broke the pattern. We don't know their name. We don't know their tribe. There's no fossil that says, here lies the first rebel. But anthropologists agree it had to happen. Someone, somewhere looked at what everyone else was doing and thought, this doesn't make sense. Maybe it was a hunter who refused to chase prey into a trap that felt wrong. Maybe it was someone who wouldn't eat a plant everyone said was safe because they'd seen it make someone sick before. Maybe it was as simple as one person refusing to throw a stone at someone the tribe had turned against. Whatever it was, for the first time, a human chose their own judgment over the group's. That moment didn't have a name yet, but it was the birth of independent thought. Here's why this single act echoes through everything that came after. Every scientific breakthrough started with someone saying no. No, the earth isn't flat. No, disease isn't caused by evil spirits. No, this system isn't fair. Galileo said no to the church's version of the universe and was put under house arrest for it. Ignaz Semmelweis said no to doctors who refused to wash their hands and was mocked and institutionalized even though he was right, and it eventually saved millions of lives. Every civil rights movement, every revolution, every moment history pivoted. It started with one person or a small few refusing to go along. Progress has a pattern. It starts with refusal. Here's the wild part. Saying no isn't just a choice. It fights against something wired deep in your brain. In the 1950s, a psychologist named Solomon Asch ran an experiment. He put people in a room with actors who intentionally gave an obviously wrong answer to a simple question: comparing line lengths. Roughly 75% of participants agreed with the wrong answer at least once, just to match the group. Not because they couldn't see the right answer, because disagreeing felt dangerous, even in a harmless experiment with strangers. Your brain still thinks disagreement equals exile. That instinct, the discomfort you feel when you're the only one who disagrees, that's not weakness. That's tens of thousands of years of survival wiring. Every person who's ever changed something big had to override that same wiring. We'll never know who said it first. There's no name, no grave, no story passed down. But here's what we do know. They probably weren't a leader. They probably weren't the strongest or the loudest. They were probably scared. And they said no anyway. That moment, small, forgotten, undocumented, is the seed of every act of courage that came after it. Every whistleblower, every scientist who challenged consensus, every person who looked at the way things are and said, not for me. So here's the question I want to leave you with. What's the no you've been too afraid to say? Somewhere in your life right now, there might be a no you've been holding back, a group you've been going along with, a belief you've been too afraid to question out loud. You don't need a name in the history books to matter. That first person never got one either. If this made you think differently, even for a second, hit subscribe, because I'm telling more stories like this every week. The forgotten moments that quietly changed everything. And let me know in the comments, what's one no that changed your life?